Good morning, everyone. Those of you who slept outside the camp awaken to another bright day. I mean, the time never changes. In fact, most of the world uses specially timed candles to keep track of the hours so that everyone can stay mostly on the same clock, since there's no time zones or like sunrise or sunset. And yeah, so you all generally wake up at around the same time, but there is some variance, and yeah. Tenko has a rest at the inn. Tecka sleeps at home with their loving family. And the rest of you wake up in your tents.
Trifle made breakfast. I'm gonna roll a D100 to see how good it is.
Sure.
Oh my god.
It's not good.
Wait, what 100?
I don't know, Trifle's cooking skills are a hit or a miss.
What have you made here? What am I looking at here?
Before that,
Green eggs.
Zuri, would you make me a dexterity saving throw?
Me?
Yeah.
Suck.
Oh.
So,
Oh no.
your bag suddenly starts to shake violently, and you're not fast enough to grab it, and you all watch as a hat jumps out and a voice speaks out saying, "You call that a meal?"
Oh.
Well, I mean,
And
definitionally, it is called a meal.
you all meet Scraft.
Oh.
Zuriel looks kind of shocked and then nervous as she kind of thinks like, Scraft, you're supposed to stay in the bag.
Art is a whip only, it might change, but they're a hat with legs.
It's a talking homunculus.
Homunculus?
You want me to stay in the bag when you're looking at that nightmare of a dish?
Hatch is just scarfing it down.
And,
Dude.
so Scrap sort of speaks in this almost like very flatty sort of tone. It's like sometimes they're a little too loud and sometimes they're a little too soft. It's as if they don't quite speak like people would, almost as if it's two pieces of fabric brushing together to make the vague approximation of sound. So it sounds more like this. You call that a meal? But that voice is very hard on my throat, so I won't be doing it too much. Just be aware they speak very oddly.
Very awkwardly, got it.
Well, I mean, they did try to make something. I give them that credit for that, right?
It's alright. I'm no stranger to failed experiments.
Cooking is not an experiment, it is an art!
Well, don't you experiment in art as well?
It is both a science and an art.
For a second, I thought Becca was saying the failed experiment was Scraft.
No, it's not that. They were talking about the botched meal.
Gotcha.
Well, waste not, want not. And puts it in a container. Puts the rest of it in a container and starts over. To just make eggs. Just regular eggs.
Hatch just whines. Her popcorn just got stolen right in the middle of a good show.
Scraft turns back to Zuri. And they just say, You are to never touch their food. If you do, I will be very mad.
Oh, okay. I won't.
You must know a lot about cooking.
Scrapped is usually the ones that makes my meals.
Really? Oh. Do you have any good recipes that you'd like to share?
Considering you... Yes, I have many recipes to share. One of them including how to make eggs. And he just sort of trots over on his little legs and then instructs you on how to make eggs in this very, very, almost like a robot. No. So they're like, so step 1, you want to grab the egg very carefully so that you don't crack it. You want to bring it carefully over to the pan. Now you don't want to crack it just yet. You want to grab something that can crack it for you because you don't have the upper body strength to crack it in one sole go. So you want to use something to slowly crack around the edges so you don't get any, and so on and so forth. Basically, he goes into an overwhelming amount of detail on how to make the perfect egg.
Okay. And Trifle follows their exact instructions.
You make some pretty good eggs.
Everybody gets eggs for breakfast.
So Zuri, do you try to pick up Scraft at any point during this? I mean, they are a hat.
I mean, if she thinks he needs some help, that she will. But she also, as she does, she still wonders and she would mumble to herself, how did you manage to get onto the counters back at home? And yet you can't have to carry around like this? I can't even reach the top of the counters yet.
Scraft can't exactly move with you holding them, and they just say, does it look like I have hands to use it?
Well, then how do you keep making all the meals when you don't have hands? You've made so many things for me.
Exactly.
Even I'm...
What a
Sarah
tip.
looks more confused. And then she looks to Trifle like, Scrap has always made me meals, but I always wondered how. He never tells me the reason.
So do any of you try to look underneath the hat?
Trifle is mildly curious, but they don't touch.
Well, Zuri
Seeker
is...
asks if they can do it.
Scraft just sort of gives a laugh and says, why don't you show them, Zuri?
Zuri looks scared as she immediately shakes her head no.
Why not?
Is something spooky down there?
Zuri just sighs softly and then just walks over, and she has this look of like, that seems to be like my condolences, and she just hands you Scraft.
You being
Seeker?
Whoever asked, who was it?
It was Seeker.
yeah, Seeker.
Yep, Seeker. And once you have
Seeker
it, she immediately backs away and then pulls on her head to hide her face.
Oh no. Oh no.
So it's up to you if you want to do it.
Seekers have tad apprehensive after that, but they slowly look under the hat.
You turn the hat upside down, revealing nothing there. It is just a simple wizard hat.
I'm somehow underwhelmed.
Nothing
You
there.
hear a little giggle underneath the hood with Zuri looked like she had a little bit of a smile on her face.
Really? What's under there?
Why don't you look? And Seeker hands the hat
There you
to.
go.
Okay.
You knew the
It's
task.
magic. It's a magic hat.
Pass the parcel, but it's a hat.
You indeed see that it is indeed a simple wizard hat. In fact, you Trifle, I want you to roll me a history check.
Okay.
Oh, that's always good.
History.
Hmm,
Yeah, it's not bad.
The hat looks slightly familiar.
I swear I've seen this hat before. This type of hat.
Huh?
It puts the
plus
hat
5?
back
Holy shit.
down.
The moment the hat is put down on a solid surface, it suddenly springs up and two tiny black legs appear, and they start heading back over to Zuri and saying, "It is time for me to return to the darkness."
Zuri just kind of wipes her eyes a little bit, like she was trying to hold back a laugh, and she just gives a nod and with a smile, a fond smile, just Scraft. She goes, "Thank you again for making food, Scraft, like always."
Yes, you will never have green eggs in it.
And then she pauses for and she's like, "So now that you taught how to Trifle how to make eggs, does that mean I still can't eat their food?"
You see the hat sort of sag a little bit and go, "Well, I mean, I guess you can eat their eggs."
Oh, it's very immediately. She's like, "No. I still like your eggs too. I just want to make sure that, in case they're being nice and they make me something, I don't tell them no. I don't want to be rude either."
No, it's okay. I'm still learning.
Well, the fastest way to learn is constructive criticism.
Of course. Just like my teachers.
Regardless, you eventually, fold hatch back. Scraft. Fold a hatch up and put them in your back.
No, not the raccoon.
So you fold Scraft back up, like a hat, because they're literally a hat. So you just fold them up and put them back in your bag.
So, Zuri, if you don't mind me asking, where did you find such a interesting homunculus like that?
Oh, to be honest, I really don't think Scrap is exactly a homunculus, or
Yeah, he's completely different compared to the crockpot.
well,
For one, he doesn't
yeah,
have a gem inside of him anywhere.
no.
Well, I don't know where you fit it.
Well, Scrap has always been with me. He's one of my guardians.
Yeah.
I see.
He's well. Zoe looks. She hesitates. She's hesitating to tell you certain things. Like she wants to tell you, but she's afraid, and she pulls her hood down a little bit more. Again, you haven't seen her full head, so she still is hiding her face. So she pulls her hood down a little bit more, and she glances to Hatch, and back to the others as she fiddles with their hands nervously. She's like, "He's a very good friend of mine. I could say that, and he's always been with me. So I never really bothered to ask because, well, I never cared. All I know is that he's always just been my guardian and my friend."
Oh, that's really
I
cool.
see.
You have a magic hat friend.
That's really interesting in its own way. My curiosity has been sated.
Zuri seems to her shoulders seem to relax in relief at that a little bit, and she offers a timid smile.
Okay. So, is there anything you guys would like to do before we move on to another group?
I think we're good here.
Alright.
Yeah.
Patch, would you roll me 1d20 just for no reason at all?
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, bruh.
Oh,
Yeah, you gave Zuri fleas.
Oh no,
What the
the
fuck?
gift that keeps on giving.
I
So,
don't think the
Zuri,
fleas-
you have fleas in your hair.
Oh no! You just see her scratching her hood in irritation.
Maybe I can help with that. Trifle
Well-
has very sweet smelling slime. So any
Yeah.
bugs that get attracted to it just stick to them.
Either way, neither Zuri nor Hatch has mentioned them yet, so you don't know yet just yet. Regardless, we go over to Tecka next. you've woken up and are having a lovely breakfast with your family. Tecka?
I'm here.
Okay.
So, what is the equivalent of real time that the group got home last time? Like,
Pretty late. Milvin and Tolana would have already been in bed. Asterion might have been up though.
alright. I figured, Tecka would inform her family of what exactly happened the other day while they eat. Her daughters are listening eagerly while her son and husband just watch and listen as they eat.
Okay. So, you all eat and you share the tale, and they all listen in, and the day is yours. Do you have any plans on what you're going to do?
Probably go back to the job board because I only have 20 gold and I need 40 to pay off my tab at the apothecary.
Right. Alright. So, you, give Lezo, a hug and a kiss. You wish your kids a good day. And you head on out. So now, we will head over to... You wake up at the inn.
So she wakes up, she realizes everything's quiet, and she looks around and sees nobody else there, and she's all like, oh, right, I scared them off.
It wasn't your fault. The
Well,
innkeeper is just very mean.
Trifle? Let Tenko do their scene.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, fine. Just
So she heads downstairs, sees if maybe Tekka's there at the very least.
no. The inn is fairly quiet. The only person there is Todd, and they're just wiping down the tables and counters.
She just sneers at him. She just sneers at him, and he goes, now I wish I'd sleep in.
Sleeping in? Do you mean slept in?
Yes.
Sorry, I was having, a bit of the tism. Todd just glances to you and then just slowly lifts an eyebrow. And then he just goes back to cleaning. He doesn't care. You paid. As far as he's concerned, you paid for the bed. You slept. That's all he's gonna go back to washing the table.
And she just shakes her head and heads out of the inn to see if she can find the others.
Okay, so you're going to actively look for the others, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, with that, Tecka, you're heading down to the Adventurers Guild that's down there. So, just letting you know. Regardless, Hatch, Seeker, Trifle, and Zuri, what are you guys gonna do for the day?
Well, after breakfast, I need to get back into town and check on.
What do you need to do there?
Check on the.
Oh
job
yeah.
board.
I wonder if the town has any libraries.
Any
Hmm.
memories?
Libraries.
Ah. So this town does not have your traditional sort of library. Everyone has their own small collections, but there's no real library, so to speak.
Not to my knowledge, no big libraries. Just
It's a shame.
just personal archives, sadly.
A couple of stores sell some books, but like there's no real open library area in the town.
Yeah, you need
Well,
to. Yeah, it's not
well,
like
I don't
the.
have.
Sorry.
Well, I don't have a lot of money, so I guess I'll just follow you to the job board.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Hatch, sorry.
She scratches her head, now absentmindedly, wondering why her head's a little itchy, but also because she's curious. And she says, I'm not entirely sure. We were told to do jobs and get money so we can afford to live, but that was also an easy one we were told to do, and I'm not entirely sure what detects hard.
I mean, I can help with that. I know how the job ranks work.
I think that's good. I mean, I'm kind of hoping to maybe find my mother's, but it doesn't hurt to go exploring and save money, right, Hatch?
Hatch scratches behind her ear and then looks to you, Zuri, and you, Trifle, and there's the glimmer of just pure recently awoken greed as she's holding on to the gold pieces that she had gotten from this mission that she has never had in her life before, and she just nods vigorously. It's like, yeah. So we have more money.
What are you gonna do with all that money?
Hoard it.
Wait,
Oh,
were you searching for Missouri?
Oh, she kind of looks a little hesitant again, and she's like, my mother's.
So you're searching for your mother's.
She shakes her head, yes.
You have a mission.
Seeker looks a little like pensive about that, but otherwise doesn't press any further.
Good, because Zuri immediately seems to shrink into her. She's not going to tell you nothing else.
Okay.
So, you will start to head down this way as Tenko's heading out this way, and Tecka is heading down the path here. And while you're all still separate at the moment, you're all able to see a new structure that has appeared more or less during the night, but it was in construction when you guys arrived yesterday. It's a small stage with 3 podiums and a large box with a slit in it next to a stack of paper. There's 3 figures standing up on it, and there's a decent crowd of people just milling about below, listening to them speak.
It's election day.
Now, you know the election isn't until a week from now, but you get the impression that they're doing like their speeches, basically, campaigning.
Election campaigns.
Yeah. So,
This is where they put on their best, prettiest face.
Let's listen into what they're promising.
all right.
Well, that's part of it.
So, you guys head on down, and because you're heading down, Tenko is able to see you're approaching and looking at the podiums. Tenko, what do you do? the party is coming down the main thoroughfare.
He sees them and approaches, is saying, "Ah, there you lot are."
Oh, hello again, Miss Tenko.
You seem oddly happy to see us.
Well, it was either you. It was either you four or that insidious little brat out in the inn.
Oh yeah. It's kind of rude.
Huh.
But, what brings you here?
Well, as a matter of fact, I was looking for you again. It was either you lot or that insidious brat at the inn.
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
You see Trifle's eyes widen. Does that mean we're friends?
I didn't say that.
Oh. Maybe friendship is too much. It's too soon for that. I understand.
And
Oh, I'm sure if we were ever friends with Tenko, she'd never.
about that point, Tecka, you glance over to where the podiums are, and you can see the rest of the group. You were heading on your way to the job board. You can still head that way, but you can also see the rest of the group just in the very edges of the crowd that's forming.
I wonder what's going on.
Do you approach the group?
I was actually going to. Well, hi there.
Oh, hello.
Fancy seeing you all again.
Yeet. Yeah, we were just heading over to check on the job board today. But,
Huh.
we got election campaigns going on at the moment, and we were gonna listen into that.
You're the strong one.
Tecka, I believe her name was.
Forgive me, I'm not great with names.
Well, that's fine. But yeah, I'm Tecka the Minotaur.
I'm Trifle. But I think you already do that.
Yeah,
Well, I'm. So go on.
I was gonna say, yep. Yeah, I mentioned that yesterday.
Yeet.
Well, go on.
Is there anything you guys would like to do before the candidates begin their mayoral speeches? The first up and the first podium belongs to Mayor Thaddeus. The crowd seems mostly like listening in, like they want to hear what the current mayor is offering. And so Mayor Thaddeus begins their speech. As your mayor for 5 years, I have made many improvements to the town, from a cutting-edge recycling policy to assisting our farmers during the recent drought with water efforts to save the yearly crop yields. A vote for me is a vote for another year of... What the hell is going on with my screen? Sorry, my screen was glitching.
Oh no.
That's a weird campaign position.
Yes. That was weird. Anyway, so, a vote for me is a vote for another year of stability. If you re-elect me, new jobs and new laws will come into effect. Throwing garbage into the waters that provide us with most of our protein will incur a fine, And there will be additional local trash drops constructed where you can put your trash for a local trash collector to pick up. Thank you for your time. It's been an honor working for you. And that's his speech. Next up is this sort of confident but almost obnoxiously confident human with this brown bushel of hair. And you hear the crowd going, that's Decoos, right? Yeah, that's Decoos. And you are met with the current opposing party, candidate Decoos, who steps forward to their podium confidently and then motions wide. Whose bright idea was it to build a giant garbage dump right by the town exit? Ease of access for the farmers? What about the poor travellers who have to arrive and have their first smells of the city be garbage? Why make homes and a place for vermin? Why should we feed our garbage to them? It just encourages more. Next thing you know, they'll have children there. If you vote for me, I will demolish the garbage heap, build more housing, and throw all those Coon out. The trash will go where nature intended, into our waters. Mr. Thatic would have you all pay for dropping a tin can in the water. It's our stars-damned right to throw our trash where we please. That is the human way. And you hear the crowd go, a few in the crowd go, hear, hear.
Not sure I like this guy.
Do you have to getting 4 pollution?
I think so.
If I recall, would Tecka know about what's that on the bottom of the thing for this guy?
Roll a history check. Yeah, nah. Honestly, it was mostly just a joke. And that's their 2 mayoral speeches for you guys.
Yeah, we're not voting for him. I mean,
Yeah, I hate towns with really poor waste management. Makes the wilderness really annoying to traverse.
And he's got a very punchable face by the look of him.
I'll give him props for charisma. But other than that, I don't like what he's promising.
Charisma isn't the word I would use.
Regardless of what
I mean, charisma.
you will think,
Go on.
there's quite a substantial amount of the crowd who seem to be on board with what he's saying. In fact, you see a lot of people nodding along, while most of the others are more looking towards Mayor Thatic with a soft nod as they think about what Mayor Thatic said. And Zuri had to be right back, so we're just waiting a little bit for them to get back. So yeah, feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Among us.
No.
Well, I'm not sure if charisma is even the most important thing as a leader. Wouldn't you want your leader to be, like intelligent?
Yeah, that would probably be a lot better to have. Being a leader is more than just inspiring people.
I mean, at least to be able to see the downsides of dumping in rubbish in the lake. I mean, how are you going to catch fish if they're all dead?
Yeah.
Or swim to cleaner waters.
That too.
And the drinking water, guaranteed to make people sick. Trust me, I had an unfortunate experience as a kid.
Ugh.
These-
Nobody wants.
And who would bathe their kids in sewage water?
Now Tenko.
These fools would rather pollute the waters, keeping them alive. I've just to cast out the Coons.
Mhm.
How pathetic.
What about you, Hatch?
Shoe? Oh, I thought you said, what about shoe, Hatch? Like, I don't think she's wearing shoes.
You might have one in your,
Yeah, she might have an old shoe with holes in there.
Yeah.
Regardless. Hatches again. She's kind of pulled her hood a little bit tighter. Her hood is a garbage cloak made out of a garbage bag, so it doesn't really hide what she is at all. She does kind of like look at the crowd, and then there's just she mumbles something under her breath, and it's very difficult to hear, but it doesn't sound very nice.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Humans always do this anyway.
Alright. So, with Zuri back, are you guys ready to hear the final speech?
Yeah. See what the
So-
third one has to say.
The third one is also a human. All three candidates are human. And
Figures.
they are someone that Hash and Zuri recognize. It's the garbage heap owner.
Garbage guy.
Garbage.
Yep. He steps forward and the crowd sort of mumbles a bit and goes, "Who let this guy run?" And like, he paid the fees. It's a whole thing. And he speaks up, and there's this sort of awkward energy, like he's not really used to speaking, and he has none of the charisma or confidence of the others. And he says, "Hey, so I'm Riot, the trash guy. I'm not really one for I'm not really one for bureaucracy. I just wanted to say I think we're not doing enough. The Coon do so much for this town, helping to keep the garbage manageable, and our water's free of trash. 1,000 tons of garbage was eaten by them this year alone. Shouldn't we, be grateful for that? I'm not really expecting to get elected, but if I was, I'd probably build the Coon actual homes. They currently live in either piles of trash or out of their own handcrafted tents made from old fabric. I just think we should thank them in some way, or at least stop trying to poison them. It doesn't work anyway. Thank you." And he just sort of awkwardly steps back.
Yeah.
Now that's a guy that sees the. Now that's a guy that sees the bigger picture.
I bet he's lying.
Can we roll insight?
You can?
He's naive.
Hell yeah. Shit.
As far as you can discern, he means what he's saying.
I like that guy. Trifle's not rolling insight.
Even beyond his kinder positions on Coons, he seems to understand the bigger picture, and that rubbish doesn't just disappear. You need to do something about it.
Yeah.
I've been near enough poorly managed cities that I don't really. I'm not a fan of these short-sighted leadership that has no care for the greater world outside their town.
I think it's either the current mayor or the trash guy who's got my attention. Not the second guy. That I don't like him.
Do you guys wanna... Are you guys interested in what the crowd's opinion is?
Trifle's listening in.
Tecka would.
The crowd barely even listened to Riot's speech. They mostly just continued to discuss between the other two candidates. And you get the impression that none of them see the third candidate as someone worth voting for in any capacity. And they just see the whole campaign as Thadik versus the lovely, lovely Decoose.
Hopefully Decoose doesn't get in.
Sentiment appears to be roughly 50-50. It could go either way.
Wish I could vote twice.
It's a shame that the trash guy doesn't have much of a shot.
Forget, when do elections actually start?
A week from
So,
now.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure it out later.
The crowd, now that every speech has been done, has gathered around the three candidates and they're, conversing, asking questions, and they start to disperse and go back to, the things they were doing as the candidates eventually head back to wherever they came from.
Alright.
As much as I wish for Riot to take on the mantle, he's got too soft a spine to actually put effort into it. So if I had to pick the two, it would definitely be Fatic.
True. I mean, I think he's the most likely to get elected.
You're never too sure.
I'm still gonna vote for Trash Guy though. Because I like what he's thinking.
Yeah, so what if he doesn't have any charisma? Like, these people need to listen to what they're actually saying. People are so easily swayed by people with good speaking voices.
I just don't want that second guy to get in.
No problem with this town is they're pretty thick-headed in their ways.
You okay, Hatch?
Oh, Hatch is completely fine. She's gotten bored with the conversation about government stuff and the like, because she's kind of a kiddo, and she's trying to figure out how she can climb onto the stage.
And Zuriel's literally also not paying attention, and she's just trying to tell Hatch, or trying to kind of pull Hatch back, like, oh, Hatch, I don't think you're allowed up there.
They're gone.
At least I don't think kids are allowed on there.
No, they're gone. They're not gonna notice.
Hey, Hatch,
But
you need
what's
some
up
help?
that you want?
I can give you a boost.
It says, I want nothing more than to just run around on there. It looks really fun. And then she turns to Seeker. She's like, yeah, boost me.
There are stairs right on the other side.
Seeker Seeker just ignores Tecka and gives Hatch a boost.
She like scrambles up. King of the world.
Zuriel looks concerned.
The microphones are probably turned off, thankfully. Hopefully.
There are no microphones. They literally just spoke loudly.
Oh, okay.
She pads over to like the human-sized podiums, and she's not even tall enough to like reach up.
She just stands on it. She's just like, I am the leader now. My first decree is that humans must be nice.
One of the locals who was in the nearby area just sitting by the tree actually gets up and walks over and looks at Hatch and then says, and then they jokingly say, well, hey, I'd vote for you. And then they just give you a wave, and then they head back to, pretending to do work.
Hatch actually gets really, really excited for that, so much so that she forgets that local is human for a minute and just, seems absolutely ecstatic. She has one follower in her tiny little Hatch nation.
What?
Yay!
I got one whole vote.
She scampers off the stage, pleased with herself.
Okay. That looked like fun.
It was a lot of fun. You should try it.
I'm not much of a public speaker.
You'd be good at it. You'd be good at it.
Anyways, we should probably go check on the job board for more jobs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Trifle and I were gonna go check the job board, so if anyone wants to come with us.
Huh, I was headed that way anyway.
You coming, Tenko?
Very well. Anything's better. Anything's better than poisoning my own mind with human politics.
Boo, politics. Anyways,
I can get behind that.
let's go.
Alright. So you all head down to the Adventurers Guild, and the same cranky old human lady is behind the counter. But thankfully, you don't have to interact with her because the job board is posted to the side. Now, all of you do know that to accept the job, you have to actually go to the counter. But hey, you don't have to talk to the cranky lady until then. So you all head over and step in front of the board. There's 6 jobs available. There's a couple of F rank, there's some D, and there's even a B rank mission available. The first job, birds have vanished. All of the birds in or around Radiant Guardian have vanished mysteriously. We believe it was probably the Coon of the dump. Find out why.
I don't know. Who goes around eating birds?
Cats?
Besides cats.
Chicken.
The
Let me
next
check on
mission.
other jobs.
Adventurers wanted for a spider problem. Travelers heading to Radiant Garden have reported a large congregation of spiders numbering in the hundreds grouped together on the road leading north. These spiders are the flying huntsmen, a rare species with the ability to fly using wing-like membranes on their abdomen. They are not harmful nor are they venomous. It is possible this swarming behavior is the result of a spider matriarch, which is a larger, dog-sized spider capable of commanding smaller spiders. Venomous. You are not required to exterminate every spider, but only a large portion. A bonus of 10 GP will be given if proof of a matriarch kill is provided.
Spiders.
Of an exterminator mission, eh?
Looks like it.
The next mission is rank E. Missing. The daughter of local barkeep Penny Broker of the Smelly Tuna Inn has gone missing. Adventurers are being requested to search for her. Miss Broker is a brown-haired individual with grey eyes and a plain dress with pink flowers sewn into it. They go by Ruby. Ruby was last seen playing on the beach by the docks. There is a chance the local Triton might know more. You can get in contact with them at the docks.
Oh, missing persons report.
I should take this one.
The next mission
You think?
is D-. A noble woman named Epoch Glimmerborn seeks a company of adventurers to escort documents safely to the capital of Harann. These documents are important. The documents in question are a copy of Thuk Duke's manuscripts. Yes, sorry. And among them are vital details about a recent disturbance that they won't go into details about. Reading these documents is explicitly forbidden, and they will be sealed in a locked box. You may receive your reward from the Hume Guild main branch office.
Does Trifle know about UM?
Yeah, it's on a map. And that's
Hmm.
where you went to your academy.
I've been to UM. That's where the academy is.
Oh, that might be a good place. That might be a good job to take then.
Yeah, I can visit my old hunting grounds
Alright.
and say hi to people.
The next job on the board is about a dwarven relic. A dwarf engineer named Dissens Lockett is seeking a group of adventurers to find and explore Wooddale Manor in the Tanine Ruins. They believe a dwarven relic They believe a dwarven relic will be found there. Any other treasure found may be taken by the party. However, anything that is determined to be dwarven in nature will be confiscated by Mr. Lockett upon delivery and reimbursed. Because of the above, adventurers will be required to undergo a bag search upon delivery of the relic. Mr. Lockett will do this process under the guard and protection of the Adventurers Guild building and will sign a note promising to only take the agreed dwarf items.
Where we are currently in Radiant Garden, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And where is?
Where is what? You didn't finish your sentence.
Sorry, I was looking for the word. Where's Tainan? Where's Tainan ruins? The Tainan forest. The Tainan ruins.
You want to look at the local map, and if you look at where Radiant Garden is, it's to directly east.
Oh yeah, okay.
Directly east of here, yeah.
All right.
So there's one last mission. This mission is rank B. A spectral dragon has been seen above the wyvern roost. Investigate it and determine its origin. Do note the wyverns are hostile and will attack on sight. The local guard captain was informed of this anomaly during a regular culling of the wyverns conducted by human soldiers under his command. It is believed to be the side effect of some sort of magic. There is concern it might be a signal to some sort of dragon guerrilla force, and warn any party that takes this mission it might be dangerous. The mission has been set at a B rank as a result.
Spectral dragon. That sounds risky.
Really capable of that.
I don't think
At
any
the
of us
moment.
are capable of taking that on.
Definitely.
it-
No.
I'm kind of thinking the dwarven relic one.
Oh, treasure.
I'd like to find the missing. I'd like to find that missing girl. Oh.
I'd like to go visit but I understand it's pretty far away from here, though.
Zuriel
Yeah, it's pretty
grabs
far east, isn't it?
Yeah.
Zuri grabs Hash's cloak and tugs it a bit, and she's like, "Can we do the spider one?"
Spiders?
Ooh, why the spider one?
Zuri didn't realize that you heard her, and she looks down. She's like, well, it seems a little. It could be easy, and well, it reminds me of someone. I'm pretty sure I can probably help out this since, well, I'm usually pretty good with creatures.
I think we all have quite a few differing opinions on which one to take, which job to take.
Well, okay. Let's just recap, I guess. I want to do the relic. Trifle wants to do the lockbox delivery. Tecka wants to find the missing child. Zuri wants to do the spiders. So what does Hatch and Tenko want? I mean, is Tenko here?
Yeah.
What do Hatch and Tenko want?
Hatch kind of sits there looking a bit conflicted, and she kind of like pokes her paws together. But she actually, like, her expression goes from like conflicted over trying to make a decision to almost annoyed at herself, and she kind of like grits her teeth for a second and actually lets out like a chitter, but then just lets out a sigh and like kind of looks over and pokes her paws again. And she goes,
I don't like humans, but I also don't like that some kid isn't with their family. But the spider one is okay too, but it just doesn't sit right with me that they're not where they should be. Nobody should be
Zuriel,
without their parents.
Zuriel looks hurt for a minute at hearing that from Hatch. Not for the reason that you think, but she does look very sad now. And she just pulls her hood down lower and just nods her head yes, but doesn't say nothing.
She just like waves her paws and she's like, "Wait, we can do the spider one if you want. I didn't know you'd be so upset about it."
No, it's an F rank job, so it should stay up there for a while longer.
Seeker's kind of like moved away and like is like pondering about something.
Zuriel
and then-
just. Sorry, go ahead.
Then they sort of turn. They sort of say like, no, I suppose Hatch has a point, and Tecka as well.
Zuriel just shrugs back. She's like, "No, I agree. It's probably good to find somebody who's lost."
Yeah, we can always do the spider problem later. It's okay.
Perhaps I was being a little bit selfish.
what about-
Zuriel just shakes her head. She's like, "No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm not upset. We're not doing mine first. Let's just get this done."
Yeah, I'm not upset either. What about you, Tenko?
Tenko was just simply shaking her head over the debate. It's saying, I don't necessarily believe any of the other jobs are going anywhere. What harm could there possibly be in looking for a what harm could there possibly be in looking for a missing child?
Well, alright, I think it's unanimous then. Trifle picks up the job offer for the missing child.
Alright. You head to the counter?
Yeah, Trifle is heading to the counter.
Right. So, the old lady behind it looks at the job and then goes, and they reach under the desk and pull out basically a list of what adventurers are doing what and what missions, etc., and they start to write down the information, and then they pause and look up to you guys and say, "What am I putting your group name as?"
Group name? Oh goodness,
No.
we didn't think of a group name. Give us a moment. It's back over to the group. Guys, what should we call our group name?
Your official name is the Wayfinders.
Or maybe the Zin Wayfinders.
Stop.
But yeah, let's just go with the Wayfinders. It's easier to remember.
Okay.
Sorry,
I
Tecka.
just keep combining all the suggestions.
The Hot Pots Linear Wayfinder Wayfarers.
Oh, well.
So, you go back to the counter and give them your name.
Yeah, the Wayfinders.
Alright. The lady writes down your name and then opens up a new book which is much thicker and has just little text on the front that says adventurer groups, and they turn to the back and they write down the Wayfinders, and then they take your adventuring cards and they put in your details under the name, and then they fold the book up and they give a nod and then say, "Alright, so you can get your details from a penny broker at the Smelly Tuna Inn."
Got it. Thank you very much.
Don't come back.
Trifle ignores that and keeps going. Okay, let's head to the Smelly Tuna Inn first.
Wonder
He
if it
looks
really
quite
smells like tuna.
surprised.
Should
Jerry looks
be
surprised for a moment at the fact that they chose her name. That she suggested.
it's a cool name.
She kind of looks at him and she's like, "Well, I kind of was more speaking about a little bit of my way, so I just went with what I felt."
I think it's a cool name. You picked a really cool name. Thanks, Zuri.
She looks timid, but she just gets a little meek. You're welcome.
Okay, let's go to the Smelly Tuna Inn now. It should be, to my recollection, to the very far west of town, at the docks. Let's go.
Alright. So, you all can make your way over there by dragging your tokens when you're ready. And this place is a little higher class than the previous inn you were at. There's no stage area, so to speak, but there's tables outside, and there's a little dock nearby where someone's fishing, and the whole lower floor is this large seating area with tables, and they have like a fairly sizable kitchen area, and then they have stairs that lead up to where the rooms likely are. And behind the counter, currently making fish and chips, is a human with one eye named Penny Broker.
Hi, hello. Hello. We're looking for a penny broker.
Hello, yes, I'm Penny Broker.
Okay, we're here about the job.
So you're here to help with my daughter?
Yeah. Do you have any information about where she could have gone?
So, Ruby, yeah, you read the job description, right? You know her name is Ruby?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just... So, they motion you all to a table and they sit down with you and explain. So, about 2 days ago, Ruby went down to the beach to, the beach right outside our place to, play with her Triton friend. There's a younger Triton who's been hanging around. Because, they live in the... the large ocean lake.
The aquatic boat. I am aware.
So I didn't think anything too bad of it at the time. Only when I called out to, invite her in for dinner, she didn't return. So I went down to the beach, but no one was there.
Oh, how long was this ago?
2 days.
It was 2 days ago. Okay.
I'm afraid that's all I know.
I see. Well, we'll start our investigation at the beach then. And don't you worry, Miss Broker. We'll find your daughter. We'll make sure she's okay.
She gives a brief smile and says, "Thank you, I'm quite worried about her."
Alright, team. Let's head down to the beach and find this Triton. Oh, I should ask. What's the Triton's name?
I'm afraid I don't know it. They just said they were... Ruby just said it was her friend.
Ah. Okay. So we don't exactly have a name. But we are looking for an aquatic person.
I mean, it's a little hard to tell Triton apart, and, well, they probably said it in the Triton language, so
might be a little bit tricky, but we'll do our best.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Let's hit the
And
beach.
she goes over to the counter and offers you a bowl of chips for the road, and then heads back behind the counter.
Oh, thank you.
That's fries for you Americanos.
I know what fish and chips are. Trifle gives the chips over to Hatch. Try these.
She just takes them and starts eating.
What do they taste like?
Potatoes, but soggy.
Oh, they're soggy potatoes?
Mhm.
Hmm.
And like sharp, soggy potatoes.
Sharp and soggy.
Well, that's one way to describe fries.
Sharp, soggy potatoes.
Okay.
So I guess it depends how long they got cooked. But it's just sharp, soggy potatoes. I'm sticking by it.
All right then.
So-
Anyways, let's head over to the beach.
Okay. You arrive at the beach. The sand is sandy and the water's pretty cold,
All right, let's look for any aquatic person that might be around. Though that might be tricky considering they like to stay in the water.
Is anybody here good with water?
Not particularly, no.
Tecka taps her hooves. I can't exactly swim.
That's just gets in the water. He like looks at everyone, just like, I can swim.
So, would you all roll me an investigation check? Or, if you're staying on the beach, a perception. Investigation for those going in the water, perception for those staying out.
Yeah, Seeker's going in the water.
Rolls are not good.
Oh my god, bruh.
Hatch!
And then trifle with just the dirty 20.
Yeah, dirty 20. That's a 19 on the die.
Alright. The waters are soft and calm. And it's relatively peaceful, with a few seabirds flying and echoing their cries in the wind. The water laps at your feet, and you all look around and look below. Trifle, you spot the fin in the water first, followed by Seeker and Tenko. But Hatch dove straight into the depths of the water, and she didn't see just a fin in the water. Hatch sees this young, thin-looking fish person slowly swimming towards the group.
Trifle did describe them as an aquatic person.
Hadge pops her head out of the water because it's kind of hard to speak with your face in the water, and then just kind of like tries to wave at the fin and go, "Hey, over here! Hello, person!"
That was
Bigger.
fast.
Begins to swim towards you guys, having been called over. And a moment later, a figure pulls their head out of the water.
He's so big! He's so small!
Oh, there he is.
He's so normal size!
Alright, so,
He's
I thought D&D had... I thought Roll20 had a Triton token because I've used a Triton token from Roll20 in the past. But I couldn't find, so, now you have, that image from, Totally Did Not Steal. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yippee!
it's a sticker. Why is it sideways?
It's looking at you.
Edge just waves her paws and says, "Have you seen someone named Ruby? We're trying to find her."
Does it speak common?
The Trident glances away for a moment, and then they say something back, but it's in Triton. Can anyone speak that?
No.
No.
No one here can speak Triton. Only we had taken the ability to speak in tongues to understand.
Do you mean primordial?
No.
Yes, primordial.
No, it's primordial.
Yeah, I don't
Sorry.
have that.
I've just always called it Triton because I have. So the figure seems to realize that none of you can understand it, and after a moment it speaks and says, Ruby.
Yeah, Ruby.
They nod.
The where?
Ruby.
Oh no.
Trifle tries to go over with the poster.
They nod, and
points
then
at
they
the
and then they point out to sea and then say, Ruby.
Oh, she's out there. Oh no. You think you could take us there?
The Triton fidgets for a moment and then says, boat.
Okay, we can do that. Let's go take a boat.
Or maybe it means she's on a boat.
Was she kidnapped?
They shake their head.
Do we need a boat?
I think we need a boat. Let's go take a boat.
The
Let's go
Trident
rent a
nods.
boat. I'm gonna go rent a boat.
The Trident dives back into the water.
I'll come with you.
Mostly so I can get rid of the token. Shush.
Okay.
So, you head north up to the docks, and there's a couple of small boats. There's, like a rowboat that's available. You can rent it for a day for about a silver.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Though there are 6 of us.
Yeah, and a rowboat typically fits about 4.
We might need to rent 2 boats.
So 2 silver.
Oh yeah, I can pay for that, no problem.
Alright. You all get some boats.
Get a couple of boats.
Gotta get on the get on the water.
Yeah. I believe the Triton was pointing in this direction. So let's head straight there.
Just a second, please. There you guys go. You've got 2
Boats.
boats. You can sit wherever you like.
Let's go 3 for a boat.
With one heavy one in the middle.
Hunk.
Right.
Come on,
Yes,
Zuri,
sir.
Hatch.
Hatch and Zuri can go with Seeker.
I'm guessing Tecka and Seeker are the rowers.
I suppose so.
Yeah, probably.
So, you row out into the depths, and the trident appears again, and they begin to swim forward, with their fin acting as your guide as you follow them deep into the waters.
Okay. Let's follow up.
After about an hour of travel, you arrive at this very small, more of a rook than an island, but there's a little bit of, plant life and other things on there.
Have an islet
Yeah,
with a T.
it's mostly just a bit of an outcropping of rock with a couple of plants on it. And the trident brings you over to the island, and then gives a nod and says, "Ruby."
Is she here?
They give a nod.
Okay. Let's go look for her. Hello?
We roll. We roll
Step-
perception or something.
You can roll perception or investigation and look around the island.
Hello?
Sure, Dennis.
Ruby?
Oh, they're the same.
Try perception again. Alright, better this time.
You look around the island, and as you guys arrive near the center, you hear a voice call out, "I'm down here."
Oh.
And you approach what looks to be a massive sinkhole with sharp edges that are very crumbling, and it looks like if you get too close, you'll fall down yourself.
Ah! I found her! Over here!
Oh,
She's stuck! Anybody got a rope?
I have some hempen rope.
Okay. Lower me down there real quick. I'll set up some pittance. And help her back up.
Tecka goes to high trifle, but then she pauses, noting her gelatinous body. Aren't you worried about the rope going through you?
Ah, no worries. I'm more tacky than I am sticky. It's all about friction. I can do it. No problem.
Tecka just shrugs her shoulders and proceeds to procure trifle and the rope before begin lowering her down.
And while they're being lowered down, Trifle
No.
takes out a hammer and some pittance.
Before that, again, as I mentioned, the edges of it are very crumbly, and if you get close, the edge of the pit will basically crumble in.
Oh.
You can
That
still try
complicates
to get
things.
close, but getting over the edge is going to be a dexterity check.
Ooh. Okay, I have another idea. Okay, hand me the rope.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna jump down.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes, Hutch?
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Trust me.
Yes, Hutch?
I was like, I'm reading something, but I don't know if it will help because the walls are so crumbly.
So, Trifle, are you going to leap down an unknown hole, not knowing where the bottom is?
Unless somebody decides to stop them and has a better idea.
Hatch actually is gonna run over if we're going down into a bottomless pit hole. She is gonna run over and she's gonna like go to where Trifle is and kind of dig through her bag and just kind of pull something out. She has like a bunch of suction cups.
They help with climbing. You'd stick them to things.
Well, yeah, okay, we can do that.
That will give you a climbing speed, but you are gonna have to make the dexterity check because of the crumbling surface near the edge. You will have advantage though.
Alright, well, if you're letting Trifle borrow the suction cups.
Yeah, well. If you're
Alright.
worried about slipping on things, I'm pretty nimble.
Nah, I'll be fine. I got this. And Trifle
got
takes the
something.
end of the rope and jumps in.
You jump in, you don't use the suction cups to climb down?
It's a good idea.
Okay. You jump in, and while you fall like a rock, thanks to your gelatinous body, you're able to cushion your fall and land without issue. And it was a 30-foot drop, just for your reference.
Okay, so yeah.
And as you land, you look around, and you see the remains of a human and a triton.
Ooh. Hi, hello. My name is Trifle. Your mom sent me to find you. Are you okay?
A voice speaks out from behind you. I'm not. And you turn to see the ghostly figure of Ruby.
Oh no, we're too late. No. Oh. Oh, Miss Broker is gonna be so sad.
Could you do me all a favor and see that my remains make it home?
Oh. I can do that. I will do that. And
Thank
Trifle goes over to pick up the remains of both her and the Triton.
The ghostly figure gives a brief nod and then says, "Thank you," and
Okay.
fades away.
Oh, the others are not gonna like this. Yeah, they just put them away in their bag along with everything else, and starts tugging on the rope. Okay, you can pull me back up now.
You can climb back up.
Oh yeah, or climb back up the suction cups.
Yeah. So, you climb back up, and you still need to do a dex check just because, again, Crumbly's side, but again, you have advantage. Just make a quick dex check for me.
Okay, that's a 9.
So, you slip a little bit, but you manage to catch yourself with the rope and manage to get up. And you reunite with the rest of the party.
Okay, so let's step away from this hole because it's very crumbly and dangerous. Real quick. So I have good news and bad news. The good news is I found Ruby. The bad news is they
You
just
found- You only found what was left of her, didn't you?
yes.
Eh? Eh?
She was down there for 2 days, along with the Triton.
But we heard her. But we heard her.
I think they're ghosts now.
Those aren't real.
Oh, they're real.
What?
Well,
As
I
you-
suppose nothing to be done.
Her spirit couldn't find rest.
Yes, her ghost asked me to take her remains out.
Did she say how she got down there?
I think it's pretty obvious that she tripped and fell. Which
And
means
that's-
we're gonna...
When
We're
you
gonna
see
have
it
to-
hatch, the pale white figure slowly drifting out from the hole. It is indeed a ghost.
Okay, that humans normally are horrifying enough. That is. Oh, okay. I was not ready to deal with this today.
I was playing. She tells you all. We were running, and then I tried to jump out of the way of the tackle. We both fell to the ground, but the ground kept falling.
That's really sad. We'll make sure that your remains are returned.
Thank you. And she looks to you, Hatch, and then says, well, technically I'm not human anymore, I'm a ghost.
That's true, I guess.
She gives this,
And she kind of like she pokes her fingers together. She's like, "Do you miss your mom?"
and she smiles and says, just as much as you do.
Looks like she's been punched in the gut.
And then the ghost
Kind of like,
Oh,
flies
sorry.
over and gives you a bone-chilling hug. And then they sort of pause and float back and then say, sorry. Right, ghost.
it's okay. I'm a big, strong raccoon. I'm a big, strong raccoon that doesn't scare me. Nope.
She gives a nod.
I'll tell your mom that you loved her.
Thank you. And she pauses for a moment and then looks back to Hatch and then looks to Zuri and then says, your mothers love you too. And with that, the ghost sort of loses its form and blows away.
What?
The ghost blows away. Hatch just like leans into Zuri and she's all like puffed out and she just like whispers to Zuri, I lied. I was so scared that entire time.
Zuriel actually doesn't respond to you as her head is lowered and her hood is hiding her face, but you can kind of feel Hatch when you're leaning on Zuri that her shoulders are shaking. She's trying not to cry.
Hatch like drifts between her own fear and then big sister mode, so she just kind of grabs Zuri into a hug. No, never mind. I was not lying. I am not scared. None of that was scary at all.
You just hear her slow down. She's like, I wasn't scared either.
Yeah.
Kinda sniffles.
We were both big and we weren't scared at all. Yeah. And Hatch just continues to hug you and try to comfort you.
She kind of clings to you a little tighter as well, and then she'll quickly pause for a minute and then lean down and softly touch just like before, like from their last vision. She softly reaches out and touches the remains of both Ruby and the merfolk, and says a soft prayer as her hands kind of glow for a minute, and again casts what is the spell again? Bless the dead.
As the spell's going off, you don't notice this, but the rest of you can see the grass around Zuri's feet grow and almost curl around her legs a little bit. And as the spell ends, Zuri isn't like pinned into place, but it's sort of curled around her legs.
Grass
And that's
hug.
when you notice it, Zuri.
Then he kind of reaches under her hood to wipe her eyes in it, and then she pauses and looks down, seeing the flowers grow. And for a moment, a warmth kind of appears in her chest that makes her want to cry a little bit more. But she holds back the tears as best she can and smiles sadly but happily, seeing the flowers bloom. And then she's just going to let them curl on her leg. She's going to pluck one itty bitty flower that's on it, and then bring it up to her lips and gives it a soft kiss.
Oh. Magic.
Are you guys ready to head back?
Yeah, we should probably head back to Radiant Garden.
The Triton...
Oh.
Yes, Tenko?
So just before we ship off, you all notice as Tenko, she's seated, hands on her lap, with her paper fan closed, and also resting on her lap. You see she has her eyes closed, but it doesn't appear her expression doesn't appear to be one of anger, or rather, one of sorrow and disappointment.
Mhm.
You see her place her hands together, and raise them in the air.
Oh.
You all watch as, in the half-light that is eternally around you, a lone, bright light shoots into the sky and then explodes into a dazzling display of light.
May the stars be your companion now, child.
That was really pretty, Tenko.
She just shakes her head. That is nothing. pretty about this.
Oh,
Are you
you
all ready to
actually
head?
like.
Go on.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
I just looks towards Tenko. He's like, huh? You actually like more and stuff. She's more confused than anything because she didn't expect such a display from Tenko after the whole kobold thing. She's actually a bit impressed.
I'm not heartless, Coon. I wanted it to find her and bring her home. Not like this.
Oh. Hmm.
Are you all ready to head on?
Yeah.
As you guys approach the boats, the Triton is there waiting for you. And as his eyes lock on the child Triton, you see his expression turn to horror and then regret. And he just slowly offers his hands and reaches up.
This was his kid. Oh. And Trifle offers the remains back to them.
They take them, and you just watch as they curl their arms around, close their eyes, and then just vanish below the water.
And still have Ruby's remains though.
It's a long,
This was a
soft, and quiet journey back.
You guys can go on ahead. I'm not great with family stuff. This is from my expertise.
Okay.
Do you all enter the inn?
I imagine Trifle would.
Yeah, Seeker
Tenko
does
will
not.
come along.
Tenko
As
does.
Tecka goes with preparing for the emotional despair that for the emotions that
You going,
rise up.
you going with them, Zuri?
I'm sorry, I got a text. What was that?
Are you
You going
going
with
with
them,
them?
Zuri?
To give the news.
Yeah. Wherever Hatch goes, I go.
Right.
Right.
You all enter, and you can see the hopeful look in the eyes of Penny Broker, as the smile that appears when you all enter quickly fades into one of horror and then deep, profound sadness.
I am truly sorry, Tecka speaks, placing a hand on Penny's shoulder. We found her, but there was a sinkhole and she was already gone by the time we got there. She and her Triton friend.
Penny's head lowers, and they reach out and cradle the remains. I'm sorry, but I need to be alone. You can collect your
course.
payment at the guild.
Of course.
And Trifle just nods and leaves.
Real quick, before we all leave, Zuri just silently walks over to her and she plucked some of the flowers that had grown around her leg and kind of made them into flower crown. There we go. That's the word. She walks over to her and holds up the flowers for the flower crown to her as a gift, and they will be with Mother Gaia now.
She takes the crown and gently puts it onto Ruby's head. And she gives a soft nod. And the moment you all turn away.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yep,
sorry.
go ahead.
Hatch, it also goes over and relays what she promised to, which is Ruby really loved you a whole lot, and she kind of pauses for a minute, and there's almost a softness in her eyes that she doesn't usually give towards humans, as she kind of like gives one last look before starting to head out, and she just says, "It's not your fault, and she wouldn't want you to think it is."
Penny lifts her head briefly and says, thank you. You're always welcome here.
Zuri gives a sad smile. He's like, you're a good mother. And then just pulls her hood down and starts to walk away.
As you all turn away, you can hear the sound of knees hitting the ground and the quiet sobs as Penny finally stops trying to be strong and grieves. Is there anything you guys would like to do before we wrap this session up?
As Tenko, being the last person to leave, Eve hears the mother fall to her knees and start sobbing, and she stops for a moment and slightly turns her head towards the mother, and then simply he looks back ahead and opens up her paper fan and covers her own face with it before heading outside.
Anything else?
Trifle seems to be typing something.
They're just taking a big breath to calm themselves. Being in the war, they're no stranger to death, but it's still never easy.
Yeah, you just find Seeker sitting by themselves. Seemed like they were looking at something that you couldn't quite tell what it was.
Yeah. Okay. Let's turn into the job.
Zuri and Hatch, do you have anything to add?
Hatch just, once they're far enough away, just mumbles kind of almost tearfully as she tries to hide it with her little cloak, which is, "I miss my moms."
Zuriel doesn't really say nothing for a minute, but she just reaches for herself, grasps Hatch's paw, and then just soft, not insistently, but just like a plea almost, drags her over back towards the
Beach.
Oh, Hatch is dragged. She does not fight it.
Yeah. Once they're kind of like by, the sound of the waves and the sand, just softly lets go and then just goes to sit down in the sand and pulls her legs up to her face and then buries her face in her arms, and then very softly, Hatch, you just start hearing her start to cry, using the sound of the waves to kind of like to mask the crying sounds coming from her.
Hatch kind of notices this and kind of takes in like a shaky breath and wipes her face, and it's almost as if she's had experience doing this before, as she holds her breath for about 3 seconds, lets it out, and then steels herself up so that she can be a good, strong big sister who does not cry, as she just reaches her arms around Zuri and hugs her.
So he just continues to just soft hiccuping, crying. It's one of the ways kind of helps stifle it, but it's obvious it's still pretty loud. And she just wraps her own arm around Hatch and hugs her close as she just needs a moment to just sit there with her big sister and just cry it out. All the while, between certain soft, like itching her head.
Aww.
So, any last things before we wrap up this session? Then, with that, I call this session to a close.
Yeah.
Well, guys, you wanted a dead child.
Sadness.
I don't recall
Who
ordering
said-
that child.
I don't remember.
Who
I don't
said
remember. I don't remember ever asking for that.
Me neither.
Did you guys have, well, fun? Question mark?
I don't think that we can answer like dead child as fun. I would feel bad if I said this.
Did
It
you?
was a
It
fun
was-
session.
Was it dramatic
We
enough?
got to role play. We got to role play what our characters do when they're sad.
Yeah.
Was it dramatic?
Yes.
It was dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yeah.
emotional.